Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have 3 readings that I wanted to do, but I think I'm going to, given how the service is going, read one called If. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men, and I would add, all people, doubt you, but make allowance for their doubt. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those 2 impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves and knavettes, to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after you're gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men and women count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And, which is more, you'll be a man or woman. My son, 2 of them are here, my friends. That's Rudyard Kipling.
Big hymnal.
Winston Churchill's probably most famous speech was to a graduating class at a university, where he got up and sort of moseyed over to the lectern and said, "Never give up." Never give up. Never give up. And he walked off the stage and sat down. Were it not that I am a litigator or former litigator, I should probably say, love is all there is, and now is all that's real. And sit down. But the ham in me, forgive me, Lord, I'm supposed to be a Muslim. the ham in me just can't stop. But if you remember nothing else from this experience, consider accepting the proposition that love is all there is, and that we have engaged over the span of thousands of years in taking that single soul truth and making up stories about other things. I didn't just discover that yesterday, but I find myself, when I'm faced with a challenge, which used to be called problems, that if I remind myself that I have a choice as to how I am going to answer the challenge, I do much better. Because we all have a choice. And the choice is whether to react, which is a composite of all of our prior experiences in life, most of which, if not all, being fantasies anyway, or I can respond. And when I am alive enough and present enough and in the now enough to realize that I can respond, act, then I can inwardly feel better about myself, because I have exercised the ultimate goal, at least for me, which is to realize that I create my reality. And given that I do that, I always have the choice of making it one based on the notion that love is all there is. It can get really difficult, because what we have to do at that point is fight with all of the stuff that we've been accumulating since day one. And somehow working through that stuff takes effort. It takes being in the now. Because that is all we have. That is all that's real. If you think for a second that anything that happened yesterday is real anymore, it isn't. It's a replay of something that serves no good purpose. Actually, it serves a negative purpose, because you can't live in that time frame in your mind and also be present. You can't do both things. As hard as you might try, it's not possible. So I find myself often, having to pinch myself and say, remember, all of that story is a story, and it really doesn't matter. What matters is right this moment. And trying to capture the moment here is a trick. But that's what I have to do. It makes life a lot easier. It makes life a lot easier when we shed all of the baggage that we carry around with us. It doesn't really matter. Forget about fault. Forget about problems, challenges. The truth of the matter is, we are here now. And all the rest of it is a fantasy, a story, an illusion. So, stripped of layers of gobbledygook, down to our pure selves, love is what we are. It is the natural state of the universe, of which we are each an integral part. As we are here together, let's acknowledge our literal oneness. We are all connected to one another at the submolecular level, whether we want to admit it or accept it or not. There is no you and me. There is no you and me. There is no duality. There's no getting away from it. We can construct imaginary borders. We can belong to our separate groups. We can follow different customs. We can live in different places. We can have different beliefs. But beyond all of that, and more, we are miraculously interconnected on a demonstrable physical basis. I mean, quantum physics leaves little room for disputing that scientific fact. So, Eckhart Tolle, who is an incredibly powerful